We now know what to expect in jail. That was the revelation by the representatives of the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union just hours before the start of their expected imprisonment. The union officials spent the better part of the day preparing to be guests of the state, undergoing psychological counselling by the independent medico-legal unit. KTN's Dr. Korir now tells us why her colleagues are willingly headed to the cells.
The sentence is hanging on your head. It will fall down on your head within 2 weeks if the strike is still on.
This 52nd day of the doctor strike in Kenya marks the final fall of the magistrate's gavel and an inevitable beginning of the 1-month jail sentence handed down to the officials of the doctors' union. This is as a result of collapsed negotiations between the union and the government and failure by the union to call off the strike.
The Kenyan government is intolerant to the trade union movement in this country and making a very bad precedent.
The union officials spent the better part of the day preparing to be guests of the state and undergoing psychological counselling by the independent medico-legal unit.
They have offered free legal and counselling services to us, and they are going to stand with us in solidarity. They will be coming to jail to visit us.
The doctors' union has stood firm on their quest for the implementation of the collective bargaining agreement. They have vowed to continue with the strike during and after their sentence.
No amount of intimidation, including jailing, that will make us abandon the cause towards achieving a universal health coverage.
The reality of the jail term dawned on the doctors one by one, a bitter pill to swallow for both the doctors and their families.
They have always been praying for me, sending me Bible verses every morning and calling me even at night to pray with me, kneel down and they pray with me on phone.
I'd say it's a situation where you have to search within yourself and ask yourself, but then even if you want to get out, you can't. You're in a fix.
The people fighting for better healthcare are being jailed, while we've seen people with, I think, much more bigger crimes in the country walking scot-free. I think as a nation we need to tell ourselves the truth. It's a point that we need to start telling each other the truths to the face. And I hope that this will be a turning point in history, if indeed it happens.
The 2011 KMPDU leadership team got into a promise with government that was to avert future industrial actions like the current one.
All officials that led KMPDU in 2011 know that they did their work properly, followed the law to the letter, and delivered. And therefore, there was no betrayal whatsoever.
This strike is strikingly different from the one 5 years ago that was called off amidst bitter complaints by the doctors at the time.
I don't regret, and neither does any of my officials whom I served with regret. They did their work excellently. They were diligent, and we worked extremely hard at that time in very difficult circumstances.
The tough-talking union officials say they are ready and not afraid. They see this as an impetus that injects more energy to their solid resolve. Dr. Korir, KTN News.